Hello there, Virgo. Thank you for joining me. So we're here to talk about Mercury retrograde and what it looks like for you. A little bit about Mercury retrograde from my perspective is I see it as a good thing. I see Mercury retrogrades as an opportunity. So the planets or the universe is bringing something up that needs to be worked on. That's how I see it. It's a way to revisit. I have a video on all of the, like, what I think, how I see Mercury retrograde. The Wheel of Fortune just popped out. Just see how that goes. I'm going to put that back in there. But basically, I see them as an opportunity to, like, it's all of the words. So you want to, like, refresh, renew, revisit things, and you're looking for something that's kind of like cyclical, like something that you haven't taken care of, or that you need to learn. It's going to come back for you. So all of the things about your ex texting or don't text your ex, if you're inclined to do that, then there is a lesson that you haven't learned or a chapter that you haven't closed. We're going to look at that today. So if you're new to my channel, my name is Melissa and I don't do zodiac readings. This is kind of a special thing I was kind of called to do. So I used to do them. I'd love for you to subscribe, but if this is what you're here for, this ain't it. I would recommend, if you do vibe and you want to subscribe, hit the channel, go over and look at some of the other videos, and then decide. Because I do some weird stuff. It's very random. I mean, kind of random, mostly random. But usually tarot energy. All right. What is Virgo looking at for retrograde? Mercury in retrograde. Ooh, all swords. Okay, this is definitely it's definitely up here. So we have the Ace of Swords, the Prince of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So I feel like it's a lesson. It's something of learning. It's up here totally. I feel like you're trying to deceive yourself, or maybe somebody else is deceiving you, but I feel like more it's you. The Lovers just popped out. So maybe not you. All right, I'm gonna leave that off to the side. So I feel like there's the Seven of Swords being about deception, sneaky shit. I don't know if you're trying to be sneaky. Now this will resonate either way. If if it's resonating in one direction or the other, that's what you go with while you're watching. That's how you take it. But I feel like you're trying to deceive yourself. Like like you've learned something. There's some knowledge there, something new that, I don't know, maybe you learned about yourself or about somebody else that is kind of affecting your mental state. So let's see what else we can get here. Two of Wands, the Ace of Discs, another Ace, and then the Three of Cups. So yeah, I feel like your desire, your plan was something else. Kind of pulling in the direction of this being somebody else that's deceiving you. But I feel like it's a plan to go somewhere else. It's a plan to, like, I just heard move in with friends. Like, are you moving in, or like moving out and into another living situation? That's kind of what I'm seeing here. What does this have to do with Mercury retrograde, though, huh? Let me pull some more cards and see if I can get some clarity. Ooh. Temperance. So, baby steps. I feel like there's some movement. There's some movement. We do have the Knight of Swords, the Prince of Swords here, which would be pretty fast movement if we're looking at movement. But with these other two aces, it's about something new, a beginning of some sort. And I feel like it involves other people. So, I feel like if you were moving from one place to another, physically, literally, you may be going back to that place, or there is something not finished at that place. There's something that, like you thought you were done with it, but they're trying to call you and tell you that there's paperwork that needs to be finished, or maybe that I mean, we did have the Wheel of Fortune out here too, and we have the Ace of Discs, which would be Pentacles. It could be like, like we owe you part of your deposit or something. So there's something there, I feel like, with your location, but mentally, it's a struggle to go back there. Like whatever it was that you were leaving to move, like if it's moving with friends, that's kind of what I'm hearing. Then there was a reason that you moved on or moved out or are doing that, which I kind of feel like is related to your mental health. Like I said, I feel like there's something that happened that really like mind fucked you. I kind of get the partnership too. I feel like it is a person. Like maybe you were forced to leave. You weren't ready. But I feel like there's something that's tied to the old situation that retrograde is kind of going to bring back up. So whatever it is, finish it. Let it be done. So we have the Magician and the Eight of Wands. Yeah, like you have the power to do that. You have the power. You have the power within you, but you do need to pull from some. Your resources are. Maybe you feel like they're not there now, but with this Eight of Wands, I feel like they're coming in. And it could be because of that other situation. Going back will bring you the resources you need to understand your own power. But with this Temperance card, it's like baby steps. It's taking it slow. I heard measured movements. So be kind of calculating on your end. I feel like whatever the previous situation was very calculated on their end. And that's why you had that deception feeling going on. I do feel like once the situation is resolved, you are in a much better place. So if something comes up from a previous living situation, don't disregard it. Don't avoid it. I feel like would be some avoidance, but don't avoid it. There's something there that helps you grow. There's something, what is in this old situation? Of the Ten of Wands and Judgment, it's definitely a time for some self-reflection. Okay, that Judgment is more about you taking a look at yourself. And I mean, the Judgment card is also like I feel like it's very divine for you. The other place was definitely a burden with that Ten of Wands energy. That's definitely a burden. But you have to look at that burden. It's something that you need to kind of dig deep. What is the thing about ducks? I know this isn't a duck, this is a swan, but what is the thing about, like, it looks calm on the surface, but underneath the water, the feet are just flapping away, like it's like you can't see that. You see the calm, but underneath it all, it's just like, right? I kind of feel like that's how your head is. Like you're holding it together for kind of appearance sake, but mentally your mind is going a mile a minute because you're kind of stuck on that old situation. So it does need to be worked through. But I feel like once you work through that and take the steps, slow, calculated movements, toward resolving whatever the situation is, which I feel like is a living situation, which doesn't really appear that way in the cards, but that's what I'm feeling it as. Once you do that, once you deal with that, the duck legs flapping under the water, I feel like you end up in a better place. We have a lot of positive cards here too. This is a manifestation card for me, as well as the Magician. I feel like possibly whatever this past issue is a blockage toward your manifestations or what you've been trying to achieve or work on. Again, with the Ace of Discs as well, being kind of like financial or a home life. Like these two go really good together too. The planning and the Two of Wands and the Temperance card. It's another taking it one step at a time, being prepared and knowing what you're going in for, know what you want your desired result to be before taking on this task of healing this past thing that's coming up for you. But yeah, that's what I have for you there. It's definitely something that's got you in your head. But in order to break free mentally of whatever this has caused you, you're going to have to go back and deal with it. And it doesn't look like it's going to be easy. It might be a little bit of a struggle. But I feel like it's all you. You have to do this. It doesn't really involve a whole lot of other people. Nobody else can do the work for you. It may involve another person because we should have the Lovers jump out. But the Lovers is also about making a decision. And in this deck particularly, it's... I want to show you the image. I didn't show you all the cards. But this is the Lovers card from this deck. And it's more of a I've got your back kind of vibe than let's partner up. It's... I get a really protective quality from this deck. It's about kind of who's got your back. You do. So you kind of have to have your back on this. You have to have your own back in order to carry this burden. It looks like it's heavy. It's going to be heavy, and you gotta do it. There's no way around it, and that's what Mercury Retrograde points out for us, is the things that we've tried to circumvent are just gonna keep coming back. Like, we tried to circumvent it this way, and it's just like, nope, sorry bitch, here I am. Yeah, so I feel like once you deal with this, and there's no indication of how it needs to be dealt with. It's just something that you have to reflect on yourself. You may not physically need to go back there, but at least mentally you need to deal with it whatever way is healthiest for you to deal with. So, but dude, once you do this, you've got all of this. Okay? You have money coming in, you have manifestations, you're knowing your own worth. Okay? This is can be a beautiful outcome if you deal with whatever is coming to you. So I'm going to leave it at that for this reading. Like I said, I'd love for you to subscribe, but make sure you check out the other videos to see if you're really feeling the vibe or if it's just a one-off kind of thing. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, have a blessed day.